these really have been historic events. They're historic not just because of the nature of what we're talking about, but historic because we actually haven't had this conversation with the community in a very, very long time. And some could argue we've never had this conversation with the community. One of the things that is important to keep in mind is that the option that is before the people, I believe, is an option that sets a path forward. But that path is fundamentally going to be charted by the people. It's not going to be charted by the federal government or any other government outside of the people's government, however that comes to be and however that is defined, right, by the larger community. And I think the central question to keep in mind is this question of, within current law, within the 150 statutes that already apply to Native Hawaiian people, and these aren't ambiguous things that only exist in Washington, D.C. These are your educational programs. These are your healthcare programs. These are your land and natural resources. These are the lands that you live on. These are the things that, again, within the framework of U.S. and state law, that we're asking the community to say, do you want to take a step forward in getting more control over the management of those things by creating a government and establishing a government-to-government relationship with us? I think, again, that option and the exercising of that option will only be up to the Native Hawaiian people. But I believe strongly that that option does not preclude whatever path the community ultimately wants to go in terms of the fulfillment of their destiny as a people. So I can say emphatically that creating the option, which again is only an option, but creating the option within this process does nothing to impede the ongoing advocacy for the Hawaiian people, and does nothing to impede whatever pathways the community ultimately wants to go in. Again, it is an option, and that option can or cannot be exercised, and it's the decision of the people, not the decision of the federal government. I would say one of the best outcomes that could come out of creating this option is, in some ways, what we're seeing in these community meetings. People coming out and people saying, we can do this, right? We have control over our own destiny, and it is about us, and it's about nobody else. So we have to get together, and we have to figure out, and we have to unite, and we have to direct our people for our future. That would be the best option. That would be the best outcome of all of the processes that are underway right now.